Hi, I'm Bill Casbara, and we're here today to give the residents a brief overview of the town hall and its current conditions. I apologize for the distractions, school's being let out, but we wanted to show you what a lot of people don't see when they come to town hall. The building was built in 1963. It houses 11 departments, pretty much does a lot of the functions for the entire town, and you can see it here. It's a very quaint, good-looking building. We're representative of the characteristics of Foxborough. There's a front door here that's really never been used, at least since I've been here, and probably 20 years before that. And there's no public access on this at this entrance. But this is the front of the building. And it does set the tone for the town. So with that, we're going to take you around and through the building and show you some of the different departments, have the staff introduce themselves and some of their the work that they do and the conditions that they work in. So with that, I think we'll start the tour. Thank you. This is what we use as the main entrance to Town Hall. It's really the back of the building. And behind us is the municipal parking lot, which is heavily utilized every day by the local businesses in town and some of the services. So it is a center point to the town, and it's used quite a bit. So if you want to follow me, we'll take a walk through the different departments and see what's there to see. Okay, so now we've just come through the main lobby, and now we're in the treasurer's office with the staff. And I'm going to let Lisa, the treasurer, give you the cook's tour as we go through this building, or this part of it too. So she can point out she can tell you what to do and some of the constraints that they have to work under. Lisa.
Thank you, Bill. So we are the Treasurer Collector's Office, and we do payroll, collection of all the taxes, all the receivables that come into this town, and we also do passports, and we deal with the public on a regular basis. So I think you saw the wall, is that what, the wall where we have the night drop obviously is falling apart. Our windowsills falling apart with all the whatevers. We don't know if it's lead paint or not. Sometimes we get nervous, but we obviously, you see the cracks up in the walls up top. See all the cracks coming down. We don't know what causes that. The windowsills, like I said, if you look, all the paint really falling apart. More damage. We still don't know what the damage is. I'm assuming water because we are on the outside wall. And the cracks, and the cracks. So as you can see, we don't have a lot of space in here. I don't have a private office. I just have a wall. So when taxpayers come in and they have a problem with their tax bill, or an employee has a problem with their payroll where they need privacy, there is no privacy in this office. We don't have a lot of storage, so this is actually daily stuff that we have to store. Personnel files that have to be locked up. Obviously, you can see every possible space we have stuff on. Boxes of whatever. Fans, because the ventilation in here isn't good, so we have to have fans. Everybody has a fan on their desk. Obviously, more storage. We have a cell downstairs because we have to keep a lot of permanent files. But these are the files that we don't have room for downstairs. So as the year progresses, they pile up and it never goes down. So you can see the boxes here, boxes on top that we all have to lift up by ourselves. Boxes up there, over here. And this is payroll, which is a very small, big part of the job we do around here, a very small part of the office. This is a vault that we share with the town clerk and ourselves, where all vital records and permanent payroll records kept. Obviously, we use this vault, we use the vault out in the hall, and we use the vault downstairs. 3 different places for 3 different things because we don't have access to any of them all at once. I don't know, is there anything else, Bill, I can
No.
add to this tour?
Well, no, you told everybody where you keep your money, so
I
now
didn't
we
say,
gotta notify
I didn't
the
tell
police
anybody, I didn't
department.
say there was any money in this place, did I? I said I collect receivables.
Yes,
I said
yes, you
there's no
did.
money.
Yes, you did.
Security is an issue.
Yeah,
We have,
it is, because
right.
this is the treasurer's office, and a lot of it is it bonded or?
this office, the four of us are bonded, so that's the only people that should be in this
Should be in
office at all, but
Right.
obviously, there's no protection for us at the counter in case of an emergency. And
Bottom line, though, it's an antiquated space.
well, take a look at how we have to plug things. So here's a plug.
Yeah.
This is just a surge protector hanging on the wall. That's for postage, for this, for our printer, for our refrigerator. We can't use the microwave and the printer at the same time because they blow a fuse. Now, we blow fuses all the time.
It's
here.
almost the same in every department.
Exactly, exactly.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thanks, Bill.
Now going down the main corridor. This area in here goes to the front door, which you saw in the introduction, and we use every available nook and cranny in the building for storage because we don't have enough square footage for all the documents and records that we're required to keep. So we use this. It's the custodian's closet. It's where we put our the waste baskets, and just a lot of files are in here. We'll now go down to the town clerk's office, which is in this small area here. There's 3 employees. There's Pam, Jerry. Jerry, you retired though?
Yes.
Yes, Jerry retired, but she loves the place so much she keeps coming back. And the town clerk, Bob, I don't know where he is right now, but you can see the tight working quarters here and the fact that there's, again, every little nook and cranny is used for storage because there is none. A lot of the records are also kept downstairs in the safe that's down there, which we'll see later. But it becomes a problem because you have to bring records downstairs, go down and retrieve them. It depends who's asking for them. If a customer needs a birth certificate, you have to go downstairs and get it, come back up here. So it's not a very efficient space, but these ladies do the best they can under the conditions. All over in the treasurer's office?
Yep,
Okay.
98% of that stuff is ours, so we have to keep
So,
permanent records.
but you can get, this is a very small office here. The heating and the ventilation is not good, and it never has been. The ceiling fan it about provides all the ventilation we have here, so the residents get a good idea. And yet this is the heart of a town hall, the clerk's office, and keep all the records. They make the best of what they got, but it is a difficult situation. But thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Here, this is the Board of Health office, and we have 4 employees in here. Follow me. Again, you can see that every little nook and cranny is used for storage. They're very neat in here and organized, and that's thanks to Debbie and Pauline. And with that, Pauline, I'm going to let you give a little tour for the residents, a little show what you got and what you have to deal with on a daily basis. And don't do karaoke.
Thanks,
Okay.
Bill. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're pretty crowded in here. Debbie's in charge of answering the phone and the door, and we don't have a counter like every other department in the building. We have that little Mr. Ed door, as I call it. And then our other problem is space and privacy in here. We deal with a lot of privacy issues, and sometimes when people come in crying with their different complaints and stories and problems health-wise, I have to take them in here to the back room to my private storage area. So again, we store files in here, but this is a great little setup for when I need privacy. And again, you can see every inch is pretty much taken up. So back to Bill.
Thanks, Pauline. Notice you said people come in here crying. They also leave here crying. I don't know why, but sometimes they do.
Do.
So this is the Board of Health. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
So I can tell you what we're doing in here. Up until a few weeks ago, this used to be the meeting room, Town Hall, the gala meeting room. And currently we're now having the meetings in various other locations in town, the high school, the new meeting room at the Boyden Library, at the McGinty Room at the Public Safety Building. This right now is being, we're bringing up some furniture here to get the employees that are in the basement up in here and use this as a work area for them. So there's no meeting room here anymore. We're trying to get the employees out of the basement because of some of the issues we've had down there, which we'll see in a minute, but you can see we're in the process of doing that now. This is the Veterans Office, and Mike Johns, our Veterans agent, and this is his little space in here. Again, he's just organized it. They've done a very nice job, but you can see it. Every little nook and cranny here is used for some type of storage. Legal books behind you, but
we actually just finished spackling and painting this one. We've got a leak right here. This whole corner was replastered and just painted within the last month. And then a lot of the town's legal books that used to be stored in here are outside the door as you walk out, where there used to be seating for the people waiting to come in here or to go in to see the town manager. But otherwise, no complaints here.
thanks, Mike. But you can see he's made this into a very useful, the best he can do, functional space. But he's very busy in here. There's residents that are lined up at the door first thing in the morning, so he's made it as comfortable as possible for them. Thanks, Mike. This is the town manager's office. Right now it's a shared office. The acting town manager, Bob Cutler, uses this along with the human resources director, Cindy DePina. So it's a multi-used room. But you can see here again, this is it's old. This room has very poor ventilation in it, and there's reasons for it that I'll get into. But this section over here is very cold because there's a lack of insulation in the walls, and we're two-sided exposed exterior walls, so it gets very chilly in here. We have to use the heaters, and we try to make the best we can. But we also have conferences in here. This room is constantly, we're lucky to come in here and nobody's here right now. Usually it's in service at all times. Now we'll take a walk. We're going downstairs where it used to be the former police department was down here. They occupied the whole lower level area. Of course, they moved to their facility up on at 8 Chestnut Street, the public safety building. Currently there are 2 departments down here. There's the conservation department and there's the planning department. We use what we can for storage. You can look around. It's again, every little nook and cranny is used for storage. That takes up a majority of space because we have to keep records sometimes for the life of a project that's in town or for a certain amount of years, and it does take a huge amount of space. So you can, this is, the planning uses this area for subdivision plans and other developments that are going in town. Files, zoning board records, planning records. I think there's some conservation in here as well. So this room is totally just for storage. We'll go over here to the conservation department commission, and bingo, here we are. This used to be the dispatch area for the police, but now Jane Pierce is Jane Pierce's office. She's the conservation manager, and the secretary Leanne. They use this area. Again, you can see that every nook and cranny is filled up with plans and used for storage. So the one issue we've had down here, and unfortunately Jane's got to deal with it and she's in the forefront of it, is we have a huge drainage problem. I know it's been brought to the attention of the various committees in town, but every time we get a torrential rain, because the way everything's sloped, we get water coming down here. And you know, it makes for a very wet and uncomfortable and unhealthy environment. But Jane doesn't complain. She just keeps working, so we appreciate that, but this is what we got in here. And we'll go through here, which is the planning department. And I think this was this was also used by the police secretary, police department secretary, but it's the planning secretary's office. Again, we have plans that go through here. All communications for all the developments in town come through this department. So it's a very active department, but we make the best with what we got. Again, we have issues with dampness down here from incorrect drainage. The ventilation isn't what it should be, so we have to put air conditioners in every window during the hot season and little heaters during the cooler season to kind of supplement the heat in the interior environment. Over here,
Oh, I have to go. I'm on TV.
you're on TV.
I'm on TV.
Over here, we have Sharon Watson. She's our town planner, and this is her office, which used to be
The police chief.
the police chief's office. Yes, thank you. But you can see that, again, air condition the window because we don't have good ventilation. There'll be a little heater in here soon with the winter coming. But she makes the best with what we've got. But again, every little space is occupied with documents and files. And
We have a built-in file cabinet.
Built-in file cabinet. That's it.
Make use of every piece of, every inch of space.
That's it. So we've tried to make it as comfortable as possible, but again, we do have some issues with the interior environment down here. But this is where Sharon works. So we'll continue going down the hall. Thanks, Sharon.
Thank you.
Is there anything you'd like to say?
No.
You sure?
As Bill pointed out, it does get cold here. As Bill pointed out, it does get really cold here where we're on the slab. The walls, it's like a walkout basement. The walls are very cold. And there's not good heat distribution in the building. I hope Bill shows you the boiler room so you can see where it comes from. But it's great place to work based on the people, but if you ever evaluated it based on the building, I think applicants would run in fear.
Thank you, Sharon. Now, we do not occupy this side of the building. It's used just strictly for storage down here, and we can take a walk down here. But in this room area in here, these were the old jail cells, which we use for file cabinets, pretty secure. But again, we try and utilize every bit of space that we have in here. But you can see how old, antiquated, and pretty useless for anything else right now but storage, which we utilize the best of our abilities. It's a dehumidifier because it gets so moist in here during the warmer months. We have a few of those in the building just to keep the humidity down, and they do work, but we have to constantly empty the water that it collects. It does fill up quite fast. The rest is just vacant rooms. There's storage. This is an exit area back here. We cannot occupy this section, which used to be the police kitchen area, locker rooms, and the old firing range that was back here. And the problem with this is that we had the Department of Health come through here and do a lead assessment, and they did a cleanup here the best they could without us leaving the building. but there is lead residue, obviously, from the old fire range, which the ductwork's vented directly into the attic. So it is problematic. There's an area back here. It's storage, but we don't use it at all. Through this area here, we have the mechanical room, which is I'll just show you the old boiler that's in here. But this is where the hot water and the furnaces, the boiler for it. This is one of the plants that heats the building. Forced hot water. This also, we do have what they call heat exchangers in the attic for the ventilation that's above the ceilings on the first floor. It's constantly, we're having issues with those heat exchangers. Problem is, that's where the lead residue is, and we cannot go up there to replace or work on, just temporary fixes, if you will. But if we were to replace what needs to be replaced, the heating systems that are up there, we'd have to do a complete lead abatement in the building, and that means the relocation of the entire staff at the town hall. So it's kind of a conundrum what we can do under current situations, and what we would have to do even if we did some of the most minor repairs inside the building. So I just want to make you aware of what we're dealing with on a daily basis. We're going down the main corridor again, and we're going to go to, this is where the assessing office is, and Debbie's got everything under control today, but she's going to run away from the camera.
No, I'm ready to point out
Oh, great.
points of interest.
Great. She's in charge today, so this is the assessing office.
Hello.
And again, it's the same scenario that we've seen in every other department. We try to utilize every nook and cranny for records and files, and the assessors have a huge amount of files that they have to maintain here, and they do. They make the best of what they got, but you can see
All the boxes here. And the bookcases. And over here, we have this taped up cords because that's how everything's plugged into different locations, so that's something we have to be careful of.
But again, what we got, every department has an separate air conditioner, so I mean that's how inefficient the building is with heating and cooling. We have to do each department by individual, either air conditioner, or I'm sure we'll see a heater here. It's not plugged in at the moment.
Yeah, I have one plugged in.
Yeah,
I have one under here.
we do.
And also because this has no storm window, so
We put one
the
on it.
building department is nice enough every year to come in and blow plastic over it so that because normally I wear fingerless mittens for the winter because it's so cold, and a jacket.
And she's not kidding.
Not
Really
kidding.
not. There are 3 employees in this department, and the Board of Assessors here meets. What night do they meet?
Usually it's on a Tuesday.
Tuesday night, so they have their meetings here at this little round table. Again, we utilize every space we have.
And can I show them the safe?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Because that's what
Thank you.
we store a lot of our data also in the safe, which is, it's awful. It's like filled capacity, and we have no more room in there.
So that'll,
And these are permanent records that we can't get rid of by law. We have to hold on to these. A large majority of them, I should say.
thank you. Okay, and now we're coming down. This is the inspections department. And we have Valerie and Tom in here, and you see, we have to keep a lot of records in here, plans, but we try to make the most of the space we have, and we do a pretty good job here. So again, these records are things that have to be kept on a permanent basis for the life of a project. We can't get rid of them. We have them. It does make it difficult because can't store everything up here. We have plans downstairs in one of the rooms we were just to. So a lot of times when a resident comes and needs to look at a set of plans for the house, we have to inform them that, you know, it's going to take a couple days because we don't have a large staff, and then find it, bring it up here, and then give them a call. So it's not readily accessible. We do it the best we can with what we have. But again, air conditioners in each window, because the interior environment, the heating and the cooling just doesn't do what it's supposed to. Again, walls are uninsulated, single pane windows, and it gets a little cold in here when it gets windy too, so we do what we can. This is finance and accounting. Is it a double name? Finance, accounting, and we have Michelle and Christine in here, and they're put in this very small room, very confining. They get a lot done though, but it's the same situation that we've gone through in the other departments. Air conditioner in the window. Space heater. So we're ready for all seasons. Every little nook and cranny is used for some type of storage here, and yet they are able to smile every day. And they do. They make our day. But they're dealing with the same environment that we all are here, just an old, antiquated building that needs to be replaced. Thank you, girls. Thank you. This room is the IT, and it's kind of the brains of our internet, our phone services, all our programming is done in here. You see this one's really crowded, and it gets very warm in here. We got a separate air conditioner because of all the equipment, but this room in particular is very tough to work in. So, usually it's Rich Lincoln in here, his thing every day, but more often than not, we've got people from the school department in here, some consultants, so it's a difficult situation in this room. And with the technologies the way they should be, we really need to update this with a new facility over here. We have the finance director who's busy talking to the director, the DPW director. But this is where all the heavy hitters of the finance happens in here. But it's
because my paperweight, it doubles as a bug zapper electronic, because I get some great natural air conditioning here, so I'm kind of busy with that once in a while.
But it's nice to know with these conditions he still can smile and swing a bat.
Now, love it.
But again, just like the other departments, air conditioner for this room, because there's the heating and the cooling just is almost non-existent in here. This gets very cold.
And then very hot.
And then very hot.
It's hot and cold.
Single pane glass windows. It just the leakage is unbelievable of heat in here. So, and this is what's used for conference tables. So Randy has to deal with a lot in here too. He's trying to make the most with every space, but again, antiquated, needs to be replaced. Thanks, Andy.
Got my heater, my space heater all set for me next couple of weeks?
I do.
Thank you.
I got a couple of them, yeah.
Appreciate that.
Now, this is over here. This is the last room we're going to go through. This is, what is this room? It's water, sewer, it's everything.
Yes, it is.
It's water and sewer. This department's hopefully will be moving down to the Elm Street location where the highway is right now. But there are 4, sometimes 5 people in here. They hold, when are the water and sewer meetings? Monday night. I've been in here when they've had meetings, and they're literally people standing out the door. It's not geared for meeting at all, but yet they do what they can. And it's just a very busy department. Every little space here is filled with storage. They make the most of what they have. Air conditioners in the window again. I think we have heaters underneath each desk. Power strips, surge strips, wherever because we just don't have enough electric service in here to supply everything. It needs replacement. Right? So you can see what they're dealing with, and yet they still smile every day. So Anything, Bob? Should I point out? Yeah, you can see Bob's custom desk over here, which is a file cabinet with a piece of cardboard on it. Yeah, that's a shame, but that is Bob's desk, and he doesn't complain. So he does, but it's quiet. But you can see what he's putting up with. But yeah, he does the best he can. Again, water sewer department over here. This area in here, this office is it's the Selecimen's room. It's called Selecimen's room. The administrative secretary is in here with. Let's see, there's two employees in here, right? One right at the moment, but it will soon have two in it here. And what you can see is, again, space. It's organized in here, but air conditioners in the window, walls crumbling from moisture coming through the wall. We don't know exactly what the damage is from that. It's over time, moisture wicking through from the downspouts, just through the water seeping through the bricks. And we have the walls are just starting to peel away. We don't know if structural damage here. It's been brought up that there could be some here. But obviously this is one of the reasons why we really need to move forward on this new building. This room is just one of many that are problematic throughout the town hall. Again, people smile, people work hard here, do the best they can, as you can see, but it's time to get a new town hall. That concludes our tour. I'd like to thank you very much for the time going through this with us. We will be giving a presentation at the Council on Aging October 24th at 9 o'clock, and please, you're welcome to come. And again, the building's always open, 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and on Tuesdays 5 to 8. And we invite anybody to come down, ask any questions, take a tour and see the building themselves, and just feel free to ask questions, and we'll answer them to the best of our ability. And thank you. Have a good day.